Hey, you're watching Zanyde tutorials, and if you want to see this look, stay tuned. The first one I'm going to start off with is my MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. Is that how you say it? I looked it up on the pronunciation of it, but I can never figure out if I'm saying it right. I like to use this big, fluffy dome brush. It's by Bedhead, and it's tougher. I don't really like it because it's not soft, but it's really good at blending things out, and so that's what I use to apply this. I don't have any primer, and that's what this is. I feel that it works probably just as well because my makeup will stay on all day and it won't crease, and it's ridiculous just like trying to get it off. So this is my alternative to a primer. If you've never used a paint pot before, you kind of have to like work fast with them because they dry fast. That's why I prefer using a brush. I find it easier so that you don't have blotchy areas. Alright. My very favorite eyeshadow to put all over the lid would have to be this ancient one that I've like had forever. I think I actually stole it from my mom. It's by Clarion. I don't even know what the eyeshadow its name is, but it's this one right here. Oh. It's a shimmery one, but it works really well because it's fairly nude, and it's the one that I love putting right here in between what my color is going to be and what my highlight is going to be. So like you can put it all over. I'm just going to basically put it right there where I know that I'm going to need it. And I'll go ahead and put my highlight. This is just a random white that I have. Okay. And I think we'll use this one right here. This will go in my inner corner. I'm actually going to get out a stiffer brush to pack this on. This is an NYX brush. Getting text messages. And I'm just extending it a little bit more than half. Jesus, I'm getting flood. Oh. And then for the outer corner, I'm going to go up here and use this pink. Ooh, I like this one. And just make it meet. Blend it in. The one thing I always have difficulties doing is pinks on my eyelid. It always makes me look sickly. So that's why I don't like to use pinks in the inner corner unless they're real pink, pale pinks and shimmery. And since this one's a little bit darker, that's why I want to put it on the outside. I'm going back to that pale orange, just kind of help blend. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with a blending brush, and we'll use my Sigma one, my Sigma equivalent of the 217, just because it's a little floppier and not as stiff, and I don't want anything that's going to really concentrate color right now. Not yet. And I use this color right here. It's a nice pale brown. I'm going to focus that in my crease. Kind of blending it up a little bit farther. Like I said, that's why I'm using this one, because it's not as stiff, and I want to, you know, very light application of this color. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with some deeper colors, like this darker brown. And I'm just not going to extend it as far. With each darker brown that I get, I'm just not going to pull it in as close to my inner corner of my eye. Okay. And just to kind of quickly blend all those together, I'm going to go back to my one that I used to put the paint pot on. I love it to smooth out the outside edges and just kind of help blend and bring everything together. Okay, now I'm going to be done with that palette, and I'm going to go into this one because it's got this really nice dark brown here. And because I want it to be a little more concentrated, I'm going to use my MAC 217. And really, really start focusing it on the outer corner. Now, if you notice, when I was using the other colors, I made the circle around my eye and my crease a little bit bigger. It was like about this, you know, I was pulling up to about here, but this one, I want to focus it a little bit closer to, you know, really within my crease. When I'm really putting it in, I'm putting it like sideways like this, and then after I've gotten the concentration of color I want, I flip it over to the side, just kind of sweep. Okay, once again, and with my fluffy vanilla edges, can't talk. I'm going to go back in and kind of clean the lines on my eyelid again, just because I got that brown over a little bit too far than what I wanted. Okay, so to add a little bit more color to this look, since it's such a neutral, I wanted to bring some pop to it. And I'm wearing a green turtleneck, and so my favorite thing to do, and the cheapest thing to do when you don't have colored eyeliner, is to use some of your eyeshadow. So if you have noticed, like right up here, I have wetted it. I've got my angle brush, and so I'm just going to start dipping it in there. I might have, oh, these mineral ones soak it up a lot faster. But so I get it on there and I just start to line it. Now the trick is, you've gotten the eyeshadow wet, okay, and you've used it wet to make your smooth lines, and then to set it, you use the dry eyeshadow part. I'm getting a runny nose. The unfortunate thing is that while you're doing this, you'll get some eyeshadow fallout, so it's nice to have a fan so that you can, you know, fling it out of the way. But yeah, just use the dry part, and then you set it like you would, you know, your foundation, cream blushes, same concept. And if you're like me and have tons of colors of eyeshadow, you have tons of colors of eyeliner. In my experience, this has lasted me all day. I have no problems with it whatsoever. I guess the only unfortunate thing is that you can't do this on your waterline, or to tightline of any sort, and not all of your eyeshadows are going to come out as pigmented as you want them to be. So if it's a really good quality eyeshadow, it's probably going to work really well when doing this. So that's a quick, easy, inexpensive way to get colored eyeliner.